Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I appreciate that. I'm going to close this blind real quick. I never know how the light is going to act. So while everybody is coming in, thank you so much. Hello, Maribel. I don't know if you're still there, but thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to be doing several things, so there's no telling how long this live will go. I apologize, but I always save up and I do so much at once, and it's crazy. Hi, Darlene. How are you today? How's your weekend going? So I thought what I would do is one of the things is I was going to go through my crochet. Hi, Lauren. My project planner to see if I'm keeping up with mine's doing very well. Thank you. How well I'm doing with keeping up with my goals since I haven't done anything in here since February. So how am I doing? Not that I have everything in front of me that I've done in the last two and a half months, but I just wanted to see if I've done any of these, if I've worked on any of my goals. I'll do that here in a little bit. I also want to share my local yarn store day, LYS day. I wanted to share with you a little about that. I want to talk about my trip to see my bestie in Georgia. We went there, spent a week together. I'm going to be talking about some awesome. Doesn't that make you feel good, Lauren, that you feel accomplished, right? Like, check. It's like a huge weight off your shoulders, right? I want to share with you some things that my bestie brought for me. Some things that I have started, things that I'm working on. And hi, Julie. Hey, I've really enjoyed some of your posts on Facebook. Thank you so much for letting me take a peek into your life there. That's really sweet. I hope everybody's doing well. Did anybody watching, did anybody participate or somehow were you involved in your local yarn store day? Bag for life filled with a variety of squares. Bag for life. What do you mean? Things that you want to, a bag of things that you need to go through, or what are you talking about? Bag for life. Tell me, Lauren. So, what shall I start with? Well, I'm going to do something this is just out of the blue, nowhere, okay? This little zippered pouch I take with me everywhere, okay? This is my go everywhere pouch. And actually, there's one more. Hold on. When I go on trips, I also take this. And so I wanted to share with you guys what I keep with me all the time, okay? The idea is you buy it, use it until it dies, and then replace it for free when it expires. Okay, so you have to use up everything that's in that bag, and then you can fill it with some more, right? Maribel did not get to go to my. Okay, were you just too busy, or did you forget, or did you just not have the resources to do so? Because I know I didn't have the resources, but I went anyway. But it's a really interesting story that I'll share that here in a little bit. So in this pouch, this is the one I only take when I go on long trips. Like if I'm going and I don't know what I'm going to be working on specifically, I don't have any projects in mind. Well, yeah, I almost forgot too. So this is my little purple pouch, and on this side here, I have all my Tunisian hooks and my well, they're not swivel cords, they're my cords. Until I get some more of my stash. Good for you, Julie. Good for you. As you can see, I did not adhere to that. Okay, so I've got my Tunisian hooks in here, most of my cords in here. And then on this side, I have all my Susan Bates ergonomic hooks in here. And then over here, I have my the stoppers and the keys for my Tunisian, and I have some cords here, some of the smaller cords. I have some stitch markers, a needle, and then I also have actually I have 2 yarn needles, but I also have, what is that? There's a key in there that doesn't belong in there. But anyway, so this is what I take with me everywhere. Because, sometimes when you go on a trip or you're going away for a long period of time and you don't have anything with you, you might not even take any yarn with you. But if you take this, you're ready for everything. That's what I feel like. Now, I thought I had a pair of scissors in here, but I don't think I did. A pair of fold-up scissors. That's the only thing I'm missing from here, and I probably ought to put one in there. Do you guys have something like this that you take whenever you go on a trip, or you're going somewhere and you just don't know you're just ready for anything? Do anybody have that? Hello to everybody who's watching and not able to comment. Maybe you're just watching on TV or something. Welcome. Oh, my hair is getting to the point where it's you should, but you don't. Well, maybe in the future, who knows, right, Maribel? Always have hooks in a project when I travel. Good for you. I've been caught too many times, and I've had to buy. Like one time I went to, it was like a doctor's office or something like that, and I was like, had to go, and then I had to go somewhere else, and come back, a couple hours later, and I thought, I want something to do, but I didn't take it. I didn't think I needed anything. So I went next door or down the street to Hobby Lobby or Joann's or wherever was close by, and I ended up buying a hook and some yarn just to be able to work on something. Because I just don't like having nothing. You know what I mean? I just don't like sitting and twiddling my thumbs. I don't really play anything on my phone. I don't have like stuff I do on my phone. But, oh well. Your general crochet stuff is always in a pouch to go. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now this pouch I take, even if I have a project, I take this pouch with me. This is basically when I have nothing I'm working on. I can just keep in my suitcase or wherever. Whereas this, I take with me wherever I go. Whatever project I'm working on, it's with me and that project. In here, I have, I'm gonna take, there's only a few things in here. Okay. So I've got a measuring tape. Okay. I put that in there. I've got a little pair of scissors. Put that in there. I have a rubber band for my hair. Or if I decide, oh, I want to make a lovey, I have a little elastic band. I have a little barrette. So, I can keep my bangs out of my hair if I need to. Okay. I have some chapstick, some Burt's Bees, and I have some Blistex. This stuff saves my life. I don't know. And actually, in here, there is one thing that I should have in here, but I think the little thing is, well, maybe not too big, but I always keep, or I want to keep, hand lotion with me. And then I also have this little case. This is an old something case. I don't know. Maybe that's where I got all these stitch markers. Hello to everybody who's there that are stopping by. I've got a lot of stitch markers. I've got a couple of yarn needles, but I also have, and that's what this is for, is I love this one, is I have one fine needle, fine yarn needle. And I usually don't have any trouble threading that needle, but the problem is that if I'm using finer yarn, a one weight or something like that, I like the finer needles to be able to sew in ends. And I dropped, and I always have to be careful. I know I dropped a stitch marker, and my puppies will get to it. I just don't want them eating a stitch marker. Would not be good for them. Okay, so let me tell you guys a little bit about my trip. Okay, so I left on not this past Friday, but the Friday before. It's becoming a yearly thing, and I love it. I love it. My bestie and I, we go down, we meet. It's not really halfway, but it's the same distance for both of us. And we'd go to a condo. We meet there. She's got a friend who helps us get a good deal on a condo, part of a timeshare. So we use that for a week, and it's very reasonable in price for a 2-bedroom condo. But now last year we went to the same place, had a different condo, but it was the same layout and everything. And we had a blast. We did all kinds of stuff. And since we're both half German, we loved it because this is a little German town, and well, it's a touristy German town, I should say. It's not like real German, but they tried their best. But last time we did all the touristy things. We rode this roller coaster, we stopped here, we ate at all the different local places and had the German foods and got all the touristy things, like a little this or a little that to remind us of the place. Well, this time, before we even went, we decided we're going to just spend all the time, most of the time, in the condo will she knits and crochets, and so she was knitting, I crocheted a ton. We were working on diamond painting. Um, we cooked German meals. Well, actually, what we did is we brought from home. Um, and we brought stuff from home. We had made it at our homes and then brought it together. And then of course, we realized we forgot something. So we had to go to the Walmart that was close by. Okay, well, let me go back. Ah, let me explain something. So, um, we and I had a German clock that I had wanted to. It's been in our family for years. My parents had got it when they were in Germany. I have no idea. I don't have any idea about this kind of stuff. If you're still listening, can you please just let me know? Just give me a thumbs up or something in the chat, just to let me know you're still here, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself here. But we ended up. Thank you, Maribel. um, so I found this clock shop, and I ended up taking my clock to this clock shop, and I was like overwhelmed by all the clocks that this gentleman had. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Um and so he was looking at this clock of mine, and he told me, he said, this clock is like the Mercedes Benz of clocks. He said, your clock was probably made in like 1890. 1890. Oh my gosh. I was just blown away. And he said, yeah, he said, this is a very special clock. He said, now the casing might not look all that great, but or look that old, but everything is original. Hi, Roseanne. Everything is original, and it looks in good condition. He said everything made after 1910 would be considered a Chevy. He said, you've got the Mercedes Benz here. And he said it even looks like all the inner workings. Um, is that right, Darlene? How cool is that? That is cool. So, yeah, he told me that I can drop it off, and then he's going to fix it. And it's going to take several months, but he's going to fix it. And then Mr. Happy is going to go and pick it up out on his way out to go visit his father. So, yeah, I was like, this is really, I mean, it was a great beginning of my week. So then I traveled up to the condo and up to the little town that we're staying. And I mean, not about, I would say about 10 minutes after I got there, she got there. We got our condo, we dumped all of our stuff, and we're like, oh, this is really nice. I'm hungry. What about you? So we had to go get something to eat. So we went to a German restaurant, and the food is good. Not all of it is authentic German, but and for those of you that are just listening, I'm doing air quotes around authentic. It's traditional that they have these things, and some of the things they might have imported from Germany, but um, not all of it tasted like Germany, if you know what I mean. So we go to the bakery and we buy some Brötchen for the rest of the, well, we thought was going to be for the rest of the week, but it didn't turn out that way, but that's okay. And then Yeah, we just had the best time. Had the best time. So, Saturday we were just like, don't feel like doing nothing. So, all day Saturday and Sunday and Monday, we just did nothing. We stayed indoors. We slept. I slept like I hadn't slept in months, if not years. And it was just felt so good. Um, and then we crafted, we were diamond painting. Oh, they had that at the bakery. Oh, that was, I didn't have that one. I had some other stuff. Like one time I got at the bakery, I bought Apfelstrudel. And the second time I got a rum cake. Uh, Yum. Yes, Maribel, just relaxing. No pressure to do anything or go anywhere or do anything. Um, so yeah, we did go out to eat. Well, we went to okay, actually, I think it was either Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. We went down to Walmart, and she needed a couple things, so we went out there. And then um, on Tuesday, no, Thursday, we went out to eat again. But we always share, either we got an appetizer each or we shared a meal because the prices were just crazy. And I wasn't going to I did not want to spend the money I did last time on food this time. So what we ended up doing is if we brought the food, then it was going to be a whole lot cheaper. We could still eat some German things. And anyway, so we had to leave out on Friday. So on Friday, this is the coolest thing. So last year when we went to this place in Georgia, there was about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour away. There's a local, that's the closest yarn store. And so she had never been to a yarn store. She'd been to like, Hobby Lobby and things like that, but never to a yarn store, even though she had one in her city that she lives. But so I thought, okay, we're going to go to this yarn store and I'm going to teach her a couple things about what to look for. So we did last year. So this year we decided, no, we're not going to do that. We didn't know if we were going to have the money to do something like that. It would take a whole day. They were closed certain days. So I thought, okay, forget it. So, but Friday on the way home, it's on my way home. So I stopped there right when they opened. And they had even opened a couple minutes early. Not only had they opened a couple minutes early, but they were actually starting local yarn store day on Friday. And they were running it Friday and Saturday. And it was so, I didn't know that they were going to do that. And I walked in and they all yelled, "Happy yarn store, local yarn store day, LYS day." And it was just so much fun. I went in and I had an idea of what I wanted. Of course, I looked a couple different places, had to put some things back because I only had so much money left, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And so I've got to tell you what I got, okay? So, first of all, because it was local yarn store day, they were giving out these cute little keychains. And it says, looks like a ball of yarn there. And then on this side, it says, "I love my LYS." Isn't that sweet? And they were giving these out. I thought that was so cool. Well, you had to purchase something, obviously. And everything in the store, save like their except for their like clearance yarns and the special yarn that they had gotten just for LYS Day that was specially dyed for that day. They those weren't on sale, but everything else was 20% off. I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is awesome. Okay, so I got to find it. So hold on a second. I'm going to show you some of the things I got. Well, it's not some. I'm going to show you all the things I got. But, okay, so I'm in the back at the condo. I was making a top. It's going to be a summer top. And I found this really pretty pattern. I thought, oh, and it took me forever to figure it out, but I figured it out. And then I thought, I want to make another one of these. So, I found the yarn that I wanted to use, and it's one of my favorite yarns, favorite name yarns. Now, I think I've used this before, but I can't be sure. But it's the Barocco Remix Light. Okay. The Remix Light, and it's 100% recycled fiber. It's nylon, cotton, acrylic, silk, and linen. So it's a really nice yarn for summertime. Okay, because it's nice and breezy. It is pretty, isn't it? I'll hold it up like this for you to see the color, and that's pretty close. It's a purple color. I don't know if it's showing up purple on the monitor or not, on your screen or not, but it's the Remix Light. It's 30 nylon, 27 cotton, 24 acrylic, 10 silk, and 9% linen. Machine wash in cold water only, or excuse me, machine wash in cold water and delicate cycle, lay flat to dry. And it's a 3 weight, and I'm going to say it's a light 3 weight. It's more along the lines of a 2, but I think they're allowing for some of these what do you call them? They got these little specks in them. You can see that. And I think flecks. Thank you, Roseanne. They got these little flecks in them. And I think they're allowing for those flecks. So you can use a little bit larger of a hook or larger than you would for a 2. It's recommending a 3.75 or an F hook and 3.75 millimeter knitting needles. It's 100 grams and 432 yards. And I got plenty. I got 5 of these. Now, these were $13.50 each, and I got them for 20% off. And they're going to make a lovely summer top for myself. I like that. Okay, so let me put those down. All right, so yeah, and the interesting thing is that I got them on local yarn store day, $13.50, 20% off of that, which would be, I had my receipt and I don't know what I did with it. I think I put it somewhere. I put it somewhere. Don't know where it is. But 20% off of the $13.50. Well, I went on to my local yarn store here where I live, but it's not here. It's 2.5 hours away. But they have this exact same yarn, and it is on sale for $13.50 right now. And this color was not in that sale. So I'm wondering if the sale that the local yarn store I live closest to is some of the colors are being discontinued. So they're, marking them down a little bit. I'm not sure. So um, I'm looking here in my stash because there's something I'm looking for. Um, I gotta see if I can find it here. I have been, the last time I went down there to Georgia or to this little yarn store down there last year, I picked up 4 or maybe 5, I cannot remember, 4 or 5 of their Juniper Moon Zoe or Zooey. Hold on just a minute. Okay, and here's the Zoe. Oh, upside down, sorry. And you can see it's a cotton linen blend, 60% cotton and 40% linen. And I bought, it looks like I only have 4 of these. They are, let me see here. Yeah, they were $16. And I don't know, I think they might have been on sale. They're 284 yards, 100 grams. You need a 3.5 to 4.5 hook, and it doesn't, oh, it's saying that it's a 2 weight. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Kay. How are you? So anyway, had 4 of these last year. I have not done a single thing with these. And I was thinking, this is going to make such a beautiful summer top with the linen and the cotton in there. I mean, it's like going to be so lightweight. And I saw them again. And so guess what I did? I picked up another one. I picked up another one. It's I don't even know if there's a dye lot. There is a dye lot. But I'm not seeing any significant difference in the colors. None at all. Okay. This says dye lot 19561. This is dye lot 23688. I don't know, but I'm not seeing a big. In fact, I don't see any difference in the two. It might be different once I get them. Here I'm going to go again. You guys who've known me for a while. Princess Leia look. Hello. So anyway, so now I have enough. It'll be, let's see here. How many yards did I say it was? 284 times 5, 1, 5, 3. So I've got about 1,300 yards. I think that's pretty good. Now, another one that I have been collecting over the years, and yes, I call it collecting because that's exactly what it is. And I'm looking for it to see if I quickly find it. I don't think, no, there's no wool in it. I don't see it. Okay. But I found when I was in Oklahoma several years ago, about 3 years ago now, I found some Barocco Summer Sesame. And I found this colorway and it was gorgeous. I loved it. The colorway is mint, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. They don't have the color on here. Oh, no, they don't have the color name, but it's called mint. And right. So I bought about 4 of them. Okay, I think I bought 4 of them. Then I went to a different yarn store, saw them again when I was in Florida, so I bought another one, maybe 2. I think I bought 2 more. Yeah. And I went to this yarn store this past Friday and I found another one. Well, they had more than one, but I bought another one. And like I said, I'm collecting them because come on, look how gorgeous. I mean, to me, this looks like a spring summer painting. I mean, looks like it could be a what's the name of that impressionist oh come on. I know what's the name of that artist that you would see these kinds of colors. In fact, he might even have one with all these colors in it. Monet. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yes. Doesn't that look like a Monet painting? Oh, now I have so much yarn. Okay, for those of you that didn't watch this is 47 cotton, 44 acrylic, and 9 nylon. So it's going to be a nice yarn to make anything out of. It's classified as no, they say, look, a 4. They classify it as a 4. And it is just as thin as this one from Juniper Moon. So no, it's like a small 3. I don't know why they call it a 4, but it's a 3, a small 3. Anyway, 295 yards. I'm going to round up to 3, and now I have 7 of them. I think that will be enough to make maybe 2 summer tops for me. But it is just so gorgeous. And I think, okay, confession time. I think my problem is that I see this beautiful yarn and I want to use it. I want to because isn't this just gorgeous? Oh, can you imagine? Come on, Petra, like that. Oh, that's gorgeous. I think the reason I don't like using my fancy yarns, and this is a really silly thing to even think, guys. I know it's a silly thing to think, but when I think about how pretty it is, I don't want to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess it up. And to think, okay, it's so pretty and so soft. What if it doesn't meet all my expectations as a worked up project? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Does anybody else have that issue? That you're afraid to use your pretty yarn because it might not measure up? That would be a whole conversation, wouldn't it? That's a really good conversation. And I just saw something that I have to get. So hold on just a minute. I'm going to show you something. I know you would think so, but I'll share a story about that in a minute. But look what I've just found. Here's more of that Juniper Moon Zoe in this navy color. Let's see, is there... That was just number 11. But look, even the pink and the navy would look so good together. Oh, you know what this might look good as? Maybe like a longer cardigan type, flowy cardigan in this pink trimmed out in this blue. Oh, yes. You want to feel like I have to find, I never seem to find it though. Yes, I understand that totally, Tina. Right? Um, so okay, I'm going to tell you guys a little story. All my life as an adult, my dream, on the top of my bucket list dreams is I always wanted to go to Italy. Not only Italy, I want to go to Venice. Venice was my dream. I mean, like, if I could transport myself to any place in the whole world, I would want to do that. I got a chance to go to Venice. And when I decided I was going to go, um, I came this close to backing out. And I was crying over it. You guys, this is crazy for me. Okay, this is crazy. I know a lot of you were saying, oh, Venice is a lifetime, a lifetime dream, and you should go and enjoy it. But for me, here's my problem. I was so scared that the real thing wouldn't live up to what I had always dreamed it would be. And that if that happened, if I had spent all that money and all that time preparing to go somewhere for this place to be not what I expected, I would be crushed. My spirit would be like, ugh. Have you guys ever had that happen where you wanted to do something so bad and you had your heart set on this particular thing, and you worked so hard for it, and it's like you do it and then it's like, it wasn't all that great. That's kind of how I feel about yarn like this. I mean, I have tons of beautiful yarn. Some of it, I'm thinking, it's nice, but I don't know if I'd ever use it. Or that's so pretty, I don't want to use it because I might be disappointed. I don't know. That's how I am. Are much lower nowadays. Lauren. That's so funny. Oh. Well, if you can reach that expectation. I can't even say that out loud. Oh, it's like you build up the possible adventure to a place so much the actual experience. Yes, exactly. And that's what I'm fearing. That's what I'm fearing. Like, I have two beautiful skeins or hanks, I should say, of this beautiful, it's like a grassy spring green. And every time Mr. Happy sees it, he thinks, yuck, that's an ugly color. But it's so bright and cheerful. And it's like something I want to wear. It's like gorgeous. And just to find the right project for these two, I know I'm going to need another color to set it off. But I don't know. I just don't know. It's like I want to use it so bad. And it's like, I don't know. I don't want to get rid of it, but at the same time, I don't really want to use it either. And then I have a lot of this really nice looking yarn that I have collected over the years. And it's like, it's so beautiful, but not for me. But I don't want to just give it away because I know I spent a lot of money on it. Maybe I'll make something for somebody. And I don't know if I ever will. It's just a weird thing. Okay, so let me continue my story. So when we went to Walmart on my trip, I picked up a couple things. I saw that the Pioneer Woman yarn was half off. Half off. I did not buy any of it when it first came out. I said, no, I'm not, it's not soft enough for me to even think about at $6 for a skein of yarn. That's just crazy, just for a name to be put on it. So I found the yarn that I had wanted to purchase, and it's soft enough, it's soft enough. And I'm thinking they are going to make a beautiful combination together. Ta-da! Oh, let's see here. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. I love the colors together. Now, I don't know if I'm going to make a blanket or what. I don't know. So while I was there, So while I was there in that Walmart, they haven't had really, Maribel, you might have to look in a different section than the actual yarn section because they never had it with the regular yarn. Not in my Walmart anyway. But so the other thing is they had that granny square yarn. Now, I haven't bought it. I thought it was just a gimmick, and as much as I had heard about that yarn, it doesn't work. I hate it. It's whatever. I picked up one. I tried it 5 different times, different hook sizes, different tensions, everything. Could not do it. It wouldn't do it. So now I'm here with the skein of yarn that I already know I've decided what I'm going to do with it, but that is a shame. And, I think if we could realize that anything that has, yeah, well, but the thing is, Maribel, is that you can't take one yarn and say you can make a granny square with this. That's like lumping all women together and saying you average everybody together and they're a size large. You can't do that. You just can't do that because everybody has different tension. Everybody uses a different kind of hook. Like I said, this one called for, I think, a 6 hook. Exactly, Julie. Exactly. It's like anything that seems gimmicky probably is. So, in my opinion, someone, yeah, I was able to get the foundation first round done. Okay. I had to use a different hook size. And then, well, where do you make your magic circle, or where do you do your magic ring? Do you do it this far away from the end? Do you do it this far away from the end? That could make all the difference in setting you up for it's just nonsensical. So I've decided to do a corner to corner, and I'm just going to make it into a little blanket. I'm just going to make it into a little blanket. And I know I'll have to get one or two more of these skeins. But this down in Georgia was on sale for $2 off at Walmart. I come up here to my Walmart, $10. I'm not going to pay $10 for this. I'm not going to pay $10 for this. At least at $7.98, I was willing to try it, just to say that I tried it. So I'm at the Walmart in Georgia where I was, and still thinking about these beautiful colors and that the yarn was on sale. So Petra goes into this Walmart and sees, hey, it's on sale too. I think they're clearancing it out because nobody wanted to buy it at $6 a skein. So I bought 3 more. And now I have enough with the 6 skeins. I can make something substantial. They are, for those of you that are unfamiliar, this is the Pioneer Woman acrylic yarn, 394 yards. Let's round it up to 4. 4 times 6 is 2,400 yards of a 3-weight yarn. Okay. Nothing special about it. Made in Turkey, just regular old yarn. Okay. But it's a 3-weight yarn. So yeah, I'm thinking I could make something substantial. I could make a garment. I could make a baby blanket. I could make a little bit larger of a lap blanket, maybe I could probably make something even for 2,400 yards. I could make something a little bit bigger, but I think that's great. I think it's great. Okay, so I went down to my friend, my bestie went to I'm putting all this back in this little bin here. She had gone to Germany for over Christmas, or it was right after Christmas. Have you tried Mosaic? There's a cute bag called the Everly Blanket by Bella Coco, which would be good for them. I have not, and I really don't like. My problem is I don't like the look of. I don't know. For me personally, I don't care for the look of Mosaic crochet. But that's me. That's my opinion. Okay. So that's why I probably haven't even looked at that one, Lauren. So when my best friend was in Germany, I had asked her if she could pick up some German ornaments, Christmas ornaments, because I had really excuse me. I think she must have gone over Christmas. Maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, I miss German ornaments, especially the glass blown ornaments. They're so beautiful, and they just evoke a feeling of home and cozy and family to me. So I asked her if she would please pick me up some. And if she found any German yarn, that would be fine. I would pay her for it, whatever. She picked up 3 hanks of yarn. Is that not? Now, one of them this one is looking purpley, but it's actually pink. It's like pinks, and it's the same dye look. Well, you know what? That one does have more pinks in it. Anyway, 3 of them. They're 3 together. Aren't those gorgeous? Denny, hi, girl. Aren't those beautiful? Okay, Tina, I love you. Bye, honey. So let me tell you about this yarn. All right. So you're probably not going to be familiar. Well, maybe you are. It is Lana Grossa, hand dyed tandoori yarn, limited edition. Let me see. There was only 5,000 of them made, and I got 3 of them. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so let me hold up one for you to see, and I'll read the stuff about it. Okay. All right. So, made in Italy, hand dyed in India, Lana Grossa, 100% extra fine merino. Yeah, non-felting. It recommends 3.5 to 4 millimeter crochet needles, not knitting needles. So I'm imagining this looks like a 2, maybe a 1. I don't know. It's as thick as some of those what they're calling a 4. So I think it's going to depend on what you're comfortable using. I think anywhere from a 3 to I would say even up to a 5 for a really drapey feel. Um, it doesn't say, oh, it's 100 grams. It's 100 grams. Now, I'm not sure. It's machine wash cold, lay flat to dry, but I don't see anything about, I don't see no dry clean, but I don't see anything about the size of a crochet hook, but I think it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous, right? I can't wait to make something with them. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so let me do this. Her mama is in memory care. Okay, her mama and my mama were they were best friends when they lived in Germany, and the story is that they were best friends when they were young. Each one of them got married and moved, and then came back to Germany, and we were there at a certain time together. We were there from 70, goodness, 70, I want to say 73, 72 to 76, somewhere right around in there. And then they were there from 74 to 79. And so we were there at the same time for just a couple of years. But then when they moved to the States, they moved to Florida, and we still had Dad still had a couple of years left in the military. So we were at one place and then another place, and Dad retired in Kentucky. So, but they had always kept in touch, and we had gone there to visit many times. And so we grew up together. We've known each other since 72. I was only 7. Well, no, let's see here. That's not quite right. Because I was around 8 and she's about 2 years younger than me. So she was 6, and we kind of grew up. So from that age, that's a long time. That's been like 50 years. Okay. So anyway, let me see what else here. This is work in progress. So her mama, like I said, is in memory care, and they have long since had uh, taken everything out of her mama's house, and had put it in storage and put stuff away. Well, they're still finding stuff in storage that they haven't gone through yet. So, this box and this box full of yarn for Petra. So I wanted to show you some of the yarn. Well, not some of it. I'll just show you all of it, and I'll just stick it in that thing to put away later. Okay, so I have some kind. See, there's no labels on it, hardly any of this, so I don't know what they are. But I have this burgundy color sparkle, and that's done very different. Look how it's. Do you see how it's done? It's like the maroon is wrapped around the gold. Isn't that neat? Nice. Okay. I have some, oh, look, Yarn Bee, Cozy Occasion. I'm sure this is long out of stock. I mean, they don't sell this anymore. Cozy Occasion Cranberry. It's 100% polyester. So it feels like a chenille kind of yarn. Okay. Here is some, oh man, this is old. LYS Columbia sock yarn, virgin wool, shrink tested, and this looks like a dark navy. Okay. Then we have Supreme Quality Majesty Moth Proof Malari 100% DuPont Orlon, which would be acrylic or poly. Is that polyester? Oh, it's soft. It's soft. It kind of looks like mohair, but I bet it's like some kind of a man-made acrylic. Okay. Oh, look. Here's a whole bunch of that that sock yarn. A whole bunch of it. Oh, that would be nice. How many? Does it say anything about it? Spun in America by the English Bradford system. That's interesting. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about how many yards or anything like that. So, yeah, sock yarn. And I've got this. I think this is the same yarn as this. Nice. Okay. Now there's like all of this. Oh, I don't know what this is. But there's a lot of it. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of it. I might. This might make a nice, the way it's spun, it's a really loose spun yarn. Let me see if I can get it up there. It's very loose, but it looks like it's probably, if it's acrylic, It's really rough. And if it's, I wouldn't be surprised if it had oh, it might have a little bit of wool in it. I don't know. But there's a lot to do with this. You could make it a blanket and wash it, and hopefully it would be nice and soft. I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions for this yarn, let me know. Okay, I'm separating that. There's a lot of that. Okay, then there's Simply Soft. Look at the how old that yarn is. Simply Soft, no dye lot, 6 ounces of Karen. I mean, this is an old tag. It's called Bone. Worsted weight. There's that. And then there's just some odd pieces of acrylic here. Oh, here's some more. That's sock yarn. There's a lot of that sock yarn. And because it's wool and it's been shrink treated, that would make a really nice, if there's enough of it, like a short winter crop jacket. That would look really neat. It has some specks of different colors in there too. Do you see this? Yep, there you can see it. It has some reds. Let's see here. Reds and grays maybe. Very pretty. More sock yarn. Just some acrylic balls here and some odd acrylic balls here. Okay, so that's that one box. Let's get this other one. So this one has some interesting things in it. Look at this yarn. It is Rochelle Molon DuPont acrylic, but it's very fuzzy, very, very fuzzy. I would imagine you would want to pair this with something, but I've got 2 of these. They're not, I don't know if they're full skeins or not. I really don't know. I don't think they are. It's acrylic, but it looks like mohair. Isn't that neat? Yeah, it looks very fuzzy, right, Lauren? I've never seen, have you guys ever seen acrylic made to look and feel like mohair? Yeah, that's a great idea, Julie. That's what I'm thinking. But there's so many different kinds of yarns. I want to use some of it just to see how it works, you know? Okay, so this is actually amazing. This is Lion Brand, 53 wool and 47 acrylic. It's a 4-weight. It kind of looks like other yarns that are out there. What do you guys think? Kind of looks like maybe everybody talks, not puzzle. What's the one yarn? I don't know. Scarfy. Yes, thank you, Roseanne. Kind of looks like Scarfy yarn. Yep. Okay. We got Peyton's Croy Socks FX. That looks like a full skein. Now, see, my bestie and her mom knit. And so you're not a fuzzy fan, but the closest I've come to fuzzy is Signet Boho Spirit. Oh, interesting. That's interesting, Lauren. I might have to look that up. But they would make socks a lot. And so I'm sure she picked up lots of sock yarn. Okay, we got I don't I don't know as if this is the same yarn, but it's both of them are a light blue 3 or 4 weight acrylic. This looks like Lion Brand, the multicolor yarn. Here is some 6 weight, and I think this is that hometown yarn. There might be enough in here putting the two of these together to make a hat, a winter hat. That might be something interesting. Okay, then there's a skein of this Barella, Bernat Barella. It is machine washable and dryable. It's 100% acrylic. And it's light olive. They're calling it light olive. As you can see, there's a lot of this kind of stuff in here. Oh my goodness. Where does it end? Look at this. A white, that's all it is. I'm just going to say it's a white acrylic 4-weight blend. Or not 4-weight blend, the 4-weight. That's bigger than my head. Come on now. Okay. I'm not even going to keep this because it's got stuff on it. Okay, so I'm just throwing that one away right away. Oh my. Okay, there's what else came out of there? We got 4 Windtuck, Red Heart Windtuck sport weight yarn. Oh, like that. I'm sorry, this is going. It looks like she had started something. I don't know what that was. We got some Sayel yarn. It's basically like the Red Heart Super Saver Sayel. And then here's another one. Let's see here. Yeah, they're the same. Just a regular white yarn. Oh, and the third one. And a 4th one and a 5th one. There's 5 of those. Okay. And 6. Okay. Now, here we've got I never heard of this one. Nikki Howell by Caron. Sheepish Stripes. It is 70 acrylic, 30 wool, and it's 137 yards. Yeah, they're not really soft. I wonder, Julie, have you ever washed them and discovered, do they soften up at all? If I use fabric softener and fabric softener sheets and things like that, will they soften up? Then I have in here Shepherd's Own 100% all natural undyed wool. It's 252 yards and it is a worsted weight. Shepherd's Own all natural wool. Okay. Looks like she started something here. It's a pretty yarn, but I'm not going to keep this. I mean, there's no right, Lauren. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm not gonna continue making this. This is not gonna be kept. So, and I mean, it's been, I don't know how long it's been in this, crocheted up, but I would not want to undo it only because it would not come back the way it's supposed to. So I might give that to my pups. See if they would like that. Okay, now one. Okay, this is Red Heart Baby TLC. It's a light 358 yards, and I believe it's all acrylic. Yeah, 100% acrylic, and it's a pink color. Lauren, thank you for that tip about the vinegar. Okay. Then we have a LYS. This is the worsted weight, and there's not a full skein in here. I could tell some of it's missing, but LYS, which is a 80 acrylic 20 wool blend. If anybody else has any tips on the yarn softening up, I would love to hear that. Okay, so now all we have here, oh, there's a full ball of this Red Heart soft spun baby yarn, and that's acrylic as well. And there is, I guess back in the day they didn't really put on there how many yards it was, but here's that. And if anybody has any suggestions, this is my favorite, Heartland. And this is in the colorway Redwood. I love Heartland yarns, one of my favorites. I soak it in hair conditioner, then wash it. Oh, Maribel, I never thought of that. Now, if it's a bigger project like a blanket or a baby blanket, do you put it in the tub or do you put it in soak it in the washing machine? What do you do? I want to know. I love Heartland. Yes, Heartland. And no, this is not Heartland. This is something else. This is a 6 weight, a bulky weight something. Not sure. Maybe it's it kind of looks to me like the hometown. So that's that. Oh, here's another one of those Shepherd's Own. The wool. Put that together. All right. Here's just some various. This looks like a burgundy brown type. Oh, okay. It does look burgundy on the monitor there. Just regular acrylic yarn. Here's some Red Heart light blue. Okay, before I go any further, you guys are going to love this. Look what else was in Have you guys seen these before? You put them next to your chair, but this one has a latch. You put it together and you latch it up. Isn't that cute? Score, right? Wait a minute. It gets better. Gets better. Got another one. So I got 2 of them. Oh, look, and they even have, this one has a pocket. Yeah, this other one doesn't, but this has a little plastic pocket in there. That is too stinking cool. I wonder how I could take it apart just so that I can wash the, there should be a way. No, they're glued together. But that is so cool, right? So I got 2 of them. So now I have, how do I put it? Self-storage project bags. Okay, so all the rest of this basically is just acrylic yarn. Some of it is baby yarn. Oh, here's a pretty color baby yarn. It was in my last vintage bag. Oh, some boxy cases with grommets to feature structured progress. Yes, I love that, project bags. So basically all of this, now this is soft. This is not Red Heart. This is a very soft acrylic. So yeah, anyway, so there's just some odds and ends here. This is a scrubby type thing. I don't know. It's just a square. You can see where the center is there. Somebody just made a square, a granny square. You can see the 3 stitches together. But I'm not going to keep that one. So anyway, yeah, all of that. Okay, now guys, I have not even started to show you what I'm working on. I am so sorry. I won't take long. I promise I won't take long because there's only just a couple. So this is something I had been working on. I'm using Karen Cloud Cakes. Okay, I had 2 of these blue, and I'm making a Ruana type jacket for my aunt. So I've got this side done here, and actually no, I've got this side done. You can see it's wider, and I'm working on this side. I've just got a couple more rows to do. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it together. It is very pretty. I love the color. It'll look really good on her. I'm going to sew the sides together. I'm going to put pockets on it. But what I want to do is if it's not wide enough, if I don't feel like it's wide enough, I'm going to put a couple of rows around it just like on the sides, because I can, because it's just the simple repeat pattern kind of thing. And I'll just add a couple more rows. So anyway, it's not going to take me long to get that one done. I finished a cowl, but I haven't sewn it together. This is just, I've used up some of my yarn, and I just made a real pretty simple, a simple stitch. I learned this stitch from one of those reels I got on Facebook or on a short on YouTube or something. And I I just did it. Now I got to sew in all these ends and put it together, but I think it's going to make a pretty cowl. I really like those colors of blue. Let's see here. Is there anything else in here? Nope. Okay. When I went on my trip, I took two things of yarn, or two colors of yarn or whatever, to work on. Excuse me. One of them is this. I had a whole bunch of this Red Heart soft that I got on clearance at Joann, and I'm making a Tunisian what was I making? Oh my goodness. Like an infinity, like an infinity scarf where you can then tie it together and make a cowl. So what stitch am I using here? I'm using a new stitch that I learned on YouTube. If anybody's interested, let me know in the comments after this video is done what stitch this is, okay? But I'm working on that. I'm almost done with my green scrap blanket. And this is my big project that I'm working on right now that I'm so excited about this, guys. This is a pattern that I got in one of my Crochet Foundry magazines. And it looks big. And now that I'm looking at it, it does look big, but it's going to be good around the sides there. But look at that beautiful stitch pattern. Isn't it gorgeous? And this is a dark teal color. And I'm using my Be So Baby yarn that I had collected years ago from Kristen Omdahl. I had 2 packages of 10, one in this color. And then I've also got a purple color. But yes, it's so gorgeous. And the sleeves are going to continue down the side. I'm going to make them about elbow length, right before the elbow. And it's going to have that detail running down the arm. It's so, so very pretty. I love it. And so, yeah, after I figured out how to actually do it, I'm probably going to put, because I feel like this is too wide for me, I think I'm going to put a single crochet stitch all around this edge to give it more structure. So it won't look as lacy like that. So yeah, and that's what I'm going to use. This purple yarn, I'm going to do this again in this yarn, but I'm going to change up this middle part here. I'm going to keep the double crochets on the side and the whole thing, but I'm just going to do a different stitch pattern down the side, middle, and the sleeves. What do you guys think? I think it's going to turn out beautifully. Okay, and that's it. I'm done. Oh my gosh, an hour and a half. I hate making long videos, guys. This is the only way I can do it, though, and I do apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all those of you who are watching it. I apologize if I just ran too long. You guys lost interest. Now it's time for me to go take all the stuff that I unpacked and try to find a space for it. So anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day, and just keep crocheting on. And it was interesting. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Roseanne. But I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a good one. Bye now.